Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gypsy Poet Radio here on blogtalkradio.com/Gypsy Poet. I've got quite a treat for you guys. I'm very, very, very excited to bring you the one and only Anthony Irvin to the show, who also goes by Spoken Life. He's got some great music, and he's making waves all along the East Coast, and he's one of my favorite people to talk to, believe it or not. He has got some awesome music to share with the world, and we are going to talk about it here on GPR on BTR. Here is the one and only Anthony Irvin, a.k.a. my favorite person, Spoken Life. Are you there, buddy boy? Hello.
How you doing, Sophia?
You doing, honey? What's going on with you? Talk to me. What's going on? What's new with you?
Not much. Just going through everyday life, just trying to always improve myself. Always writing, always thinking. Lyrics are always going through my head. Being an everyday musician.
Of course. So talk to me. Okay, I got to know a few things here. What inspires your music, first of all? I want to get into that first.
What inspires me? I started music when I was really small. My dad actually put a guitar in my hand at a young age, and he's actually a guitar player himself. So me being able to see him play guitar, I think that just clicked in me, and I was always had an interest in the guitar. And once I was able to pick it up, he gave me a guitar, and that just was the beginning of me being able to play music. So once I got into high school, I went into a talent show, and I actually won in the talent show. I played Jimi Hendrix, The Wind Cries Mary, by myself. So, and I actually placed first place in that. And at that time, I actually went in, and I had a friend of mine come to me and say, "Hey, you want to join a band?" And I'm like, yeah. So we ended up having a couple years together playing in a band. And so it was a fun time just being able to learn new things. And after that, going into another band that we had some really fun times. And after that, that's when Spoken Life actually came into play. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do musically. And I always had a real interest in playing acoustic music. So I started putting together a couple songs, and knowing with recording was so, and still is today, the most expensive part of being a musician. So I started learning how to record myself. So I recorded my first album and put it out there with really no intentions to really get a good feedback or just kind of trying to see what people thought. And to my excitement, a lot of people liked it.
I can see that. Okay, what do you like more playing, acoustic or electric, in terms of guitar?
I like playing a little bit of both, actually. Knowing that I started out playing electric, and, I mean, there's so many differences from playing electric to acoustic where, I mean, there's so many different arrangements and sounds you can get out of the electric guitar, but knowing when you pick up an acoustic guitar, when you pick up a good-sounding acoustic guitar, when you get into that desounding type of room of how many sounds can come out of that acoustic, it's just amazing. So I'd probably say at this point I play a lot more acoustic than I do electric now.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome. Is there a particularly favorite brand of guitar you enjoy playing?
If I was able to own one of these guitars, I really love playing Gibson Hummingbirds. That's probably one of my favorite guitars, either that or the Gibson Songwriters. They're really beautiful sounding guitars, and even those Martin and Taylor are another two. Just the sounds and the frequencies you get out of those are just really amazing guitars.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I got to get into your influences here. Who got you into music? I got to know about this one because you have a wonderful sound.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. And that's what really makes me, I feel like a lot of people say I'm unique because I have a unique sound. And I don't really try to sound like anybody else, but when it comes down to my influences, I got to say the two biggest people that influenced me to start playing music were, one, the Beatles. I'm a big Beatles fan. I've been listening to them since I was a kid. And the other man that we all should know is Jimi Hendrix. If you know me, I am a big fan of Jimi Hendrix and his music.
Interesting. It's funny you
and
say
for,
that.
Sorry.
Oh, go on, darling. Go on. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but I got to say the out of the musicians, the biggest influence was my dad. I got to say, because he was the one that put the guitar in my hand and actually started giving me lessons and gave me the motivation to improve myself. So when I was always seeing him soloing it out and playing chords, and I was still learning and I couldn't play, so I was getting upset. And then now, to the point where I'm at now, like he's almost like learning from me now. So.
Oh wow. Well, first of all, I wanted to let you know that there's actually one other person that I've had on my show who's as equally a Jimi Hendrix fan as you are, and it's my friend Gary Sirkin. When you get the chance, yeah, absolutely, get a hold of him on Facebook. He's an amazing, amazing historian of Jimi Hendrix. He is actually, yeah, he's one of the things I know he's doing. I think he's doing the Jimi Hendrix Statue Fund, so that's something that you ought to look up. He knows anything and everything Jimi Hendrix. If you want to know about Jimi Hendrix, that's the go-to guy for that. He was on my show a few times. Absolutely amazing human being. And just like you, his music is blossoming after a couple of appearances on my radio program. So I cannot wait to see what you're doing, what you're going to do soon. Anyway, what I'd like to know is where are you from originally?
Well, I am originally from Brookhaven, PA, and I just moved next town over to Aston with my wife, so I'm really close within the Delaware County area, right outside of Philadelphia.
Oh wow! And so you're a Philly boy. That's awesome. So you're from Pennsylvania. That's a couple of my other guys are from
Pennsylvania. Yeah, we're the big Philly scene.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a massive scene. Gosh, I've actually done some projects in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which I thought was absolutely fabulous. Anyway, talking about your latest endeavors here. Let's see. Your album, is it called Reality? Is it?
Yes, it's called Reality. Yes.
Okay. What about Reality? Are they just random songs, or is there a certain mood to it? Talk to me about the album, would you?
Well, when I was trying to come up with the title of the album, I was thinking of a lot of where I was at the time with in life situations, and I think the big part of it just came to me as where have I come as a person with my music. And we all go through life situations, and those life situations make us who we are today. So that's where a lot of those songs came from, like a lot of life situations, and to the point of how my music promotes a lot of positivity, love, and hope, to the point of trying to reach out to people that may be having hard times and just going through rough times in their life, to know that they're not alone, and everybody, a lot of other people are going through the same things, and if we all just get together, we can help each other. And I mean, just knowing that I can have people relate to that's the best feeling to me.
That's amazing. Have you done any tours with your music yet?
Last year around this time, I did a small open mic tour, and I wouldn't say it was like a full blown out tour, but I would say it was a small mini tour, and it was a fun time. I was able to go around the tri-state areas of New Jersey, Philly, and Delaware, played at a couple open mics, and got to meet some new people and some new faces to play for mostly every night. So it was a fun time, and I always wanted to do some type of a tour like that. So I definitely am planning to do something like that again. So
that's good. What are you looking forward to do for the rest of 2016 now that it's here?
Well, always trying to play more shows, get out to more people, meet new people, and just be able to promote my music. And I really don't think that with where I'm at now wouldn't have happened if I hadn't met up with my label, Bongo Records. They have done such an incredible job for me, being able to re-release my music out into the Asian market. So I couldn't even imagine from where I started with this project to where it is now. You would have told me about 3-4 years ago that you would have been signed to a label and being able to hear your music distributed internationally, I would have told you that's not even true. With everything they've done for me with that, being able to put my music on national television, it's beyond what words can explain.
Oh, yeah. I got to tell you, Bongo Boy Records really rocks in my book. I mean, they've done so much work even for me, for GPR and BTR. It really surprises me how far that I've come thanks to them. They also put me on national television as well, so... Bongo Boy Rock and Roll.
They do a lot behind the scenes. It's really incredible what they do. I'm very grateful for what they do for me.
Oh yeah,
and all their artists, not just me, all their artists. They take pride in every single project that they work on.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the first record label that actually has a television series, so that makes me a happy camper to notice that. So,
Exactly.
I'm actually the one that got them down here in San Antonio, and it's really really amazing. So. Anyway, what I want to get to about you is you, in such a short amount of time, you've done a lot. I can see that. I mean, you've come a long way in a short amount of time. How do you feel about that? How does that make you feel?
Well, like I previously said, if you would have told me 3-4 years ago that I would be standing and talking to somebody on a radio interview, being able to talk about a third EP that I wrote, I was able to have a couple songs out, because it comes from a guy that I'm a really shy person. So being able to be up on stage, like when I'm up on stage, I'm a totally different person from what I am off the stage. So being able to just play music for people and have them comment to say like, hey, you guys, your sound is amazing. You inspire me. I just had somebody last week for the first time mention to me on social media that they inspired, I inspired them, and that just took me back to be like, wow, like in a way, like I'm just a regular human being where I can actually inspire somebody. That's almost powerful. It's really great to know that my music and even myself can inspire somebody to do better.
That's amazing. I like that answer. So what's your favorite monster? Do you like recording or do you like playing live, or are they so cool that they're just two totally different things? Talk to me about that.
I gotta say they're so cool that they have two different meanings for me. None, as a musician, being in the studio, I love being able to take like just one little riff or like a lyric and just starting to mold that into a song, and then just seeing how that end result is, because even when making this current record, I came into it with a couple songs, and I gotta say some of them changed almost 80 to 90% of what the final mixes came out like from what I started coming into the studio with. So it was amazing to see how these songs blossomed into what they sound like now, and it's amazing because you can learn so much in the studio, from being able to record, learning new things with learning how to record better, doing better with vocals, and you can become a better musician in the studio as well. And when it comes to playing shows, that's a totally different experience as well for a musician. You're being able to play out live, and you get to interact with those people that you're playing with. And once you start seeing those people start to react to your music, and they start bobbing their heads, and like they're really digging your music, that's the greatest energy that I feel, and that makes me even play better when I start seeing those people like really getting into the music. They like what I'm hearing, and then being able to talk to them after, when I have a couple of people come up to me after the show saying, hey, I really like your music, like where, like you're saying, like where do you get your influences from, how long you've been playing. So it's just on another level from when you talk about recording to playing live. So I do got to say I like doing recording and playing shows pretty equally.
That's awesome. What places do you aspire to travel to with your music?
If I would really love to get to LA, because I think that's a musician's dream, is just to make it big in LA. Getting up to New York would be another one. Hitting the main three. I think just being really successful in Philly and being able to travel to New York, LA, and so anywhere I can be able to know that I have people in those certain states, I would love to meet anybody that supports me. And so I out of those three, I'm willing to go anywhere.
I got you. What about world-wise, like around the world, so to speak?
Well, knowing that I come from a big Italian family, I would have to say I would love to play in Italy. That would be a real treat for me to play in Italy.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, wow, Italy. I like the idea. Italy is a beautiful, beautiful place, especially when it comes to playing music, because I know Italians take their music very seriously, so I'm pretty sure they're going to love you, right? Yes, absolutely. So tell me something. I wanted to let you know that Austin is a really big music town. I don't know if you ever had aspirations ever to come to the South or anything like that, but Austin is a really wonderful town when it comes down to having your music played. So I can't wait to see whenever you come on tour, like somewhere along the way, all across the USA. Make sure you make a stop at San Antonio or Austin, because that's actually where I'm based.
I most definitely will. I have a few friends that are from like the San Antonio, Austin area. So if I ever get the time to actually make it out there, I'll definitely be able to stop in and see it.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what else is next for you? Do you have another album in the works by any chance?
There's really no album right now. I'm nothing new material wise, but I'm always thinking of new things. Right now I'm actually working on a music video for one of the songs, and I'm doing that, producing it myself, so I'm in the works of getting it. So that should probably be out, I'm guessing, probably in the springtime. I'd set to do a little bit more work on that. So that's probably the next area to start promoting that. And then that'll probably get submitted into Bongo TV. So would like to get that out onto the national TV network, because I think that would be amazing to see my music video on national TV. That would be another milestone for me.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell me something else. Besides Jimi Hendrix, are there any other influences? Do you had like any mentors besides your dad that got you into music?
Yeah, there's this guy who goes by City and Color. His name is Dallas Green. He used to play for a band called Alexis on Fire. So his music is pretty much the same. It's like very slow style acoustic music, and it has like a R&B jazz type of way to it too. Some of his music, his newer music. So, and other than him, like Aaron Lewis from the band Stained, he does a lot of solo stuff. So a lot of those guys that have like a very influential lyrics, and their music is just really chill. That's always inspired me to write that type of music. Not only just that they're great guitar players and they have great music, but they have meaning into their lyrics. Like, other than just being a great musician, being able to tell a story in your songs, that always just really interested me. So.
Okay, you got something going on your Spoken Life page that really blew me away here. What's this Homie Awards going on here? You've got something going on here. Is it a nomination? Did you win? What's going on?
Well, right now it is in the nominations. The Homie Awards are going on with WSTW 93.7 WSTW from Mark Rogers. Shout out to Mark Rogers if he's listening. So the Homie Awards are going on right now, and they are doing nominations right now. So if you go to my Facebook page, that is facebook.com/spokenlife, if you look at the pinned post on the front of my Facebook page, it'll show you that I am up for nominations for Best EP, Reality, Song of the Year, which is my song Reality, and Best Male. I'm up for Best Male Solo Artist. So what you do is you click the link on that pinned post, and you'll go to their website where you just put in your email and you vote for Spoken Life on those three categories and press submit. So they have a bunch of different categories, and those nominations, they're going out and they focus around the Delaware County artists. So I think it's been for a couple years, so it's getting widely recognized. And so they take about a week and a half to do nominations where all the bands, they spread the word to try to get themselves nominated, and they pick 5 people this year from each category to be on the final ballot for those categories, and then they go into a judging round where they have a group of judges pick, I think, one or a few people out of those categories to win those awards. And I think they have a big celebration show to actually have a couple artists from the categories to actually play that night while actually presenting the winners of the Homie Awards. So it's a great celebration.
Yes, massively. You got 2 songs now on Spotify that are taking off. You got Lonely Soul, I think one of them is, and it looks and sounds like you got one more going on. It's like, or it seems like a lot of them are. You got Reality, Lonely Soul, Shells, The Truth, and Remember. I mean, how does that
those are the songs on Reality. They're doing really well. I'm very happy to know that they're being well recognized on Spotify.
Oh, that's awesome. On Spotify. Are there any other streams that you're familiar with besides Spotify that your music is on?
Well, you can check out the Reality EP not only on Spotify. You can check it out on iTunes. You can check it on iHeartRadio, Google Play. You can get that on, if you're a gamer, you can actually get it on Xbox Music and Amazon Music as well. And then a lot of the small distributors like CD Baby, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, and Bandcamp.
That's awesome. Wow.
So basically a lot of the main groups where you can listen to music, that EP is in there. So all you have to do is either type in Spoken Life or you can type in Reality EP. It should be able to come up.
I got you. So now you're getting a lot of internet radio play. Is that right?
Yes, that is something that really took air, thanking to Bongo Boy Records. You know, that they were telling me that I'm actually getting radio play not only in the U.S. but starting to get international airplay. Actually through a radio station called Route 66, and they are in France. So when they told me that they're playing my music, I was just amazed that I can say that my music is being played in France. So I got to say a special thank you to them for believing in my EP and really liking it to the point that they wanted to play it almost every day. So I got to thank them very much, and thank you to Bongo Boy Records.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Among other things, I'm very happy for you. You have quite a lot of success blossoming in your corner. You've got radio stations worldwide playing your music, so that's a real blessing there for you. So I'm very blessed to know you. You've got a lot of talent. You have a tremendous amount of spirit in your music. Lots of color and texture in there. What I really like about your sound is that everything that Bongo Boy does is that they always pick out something that stands out with every artist that they have, and I'm grateful for them because they do so much work for people, and I cannot wait to see what you do. I cannot wait to see what other previous people that I have featured via Bongo Boy Records do. I mean, everybody that's been on my radio program has done so much for themselves, and Bongo Boy has been a big help to them along the way. So I'm very honored and blessed to know every artist that I've done work for Bongo Boy. And one thing about their slogan, I have to say this, is like they are basically bringing back the vintage MTV, like when MTV was cool, and I'm so grateful for that because we just don't have programs like that anymore, in all honesty. I mean, we got them all over the web, but to bring them to television, it just brings it to a whole other level, so I'm very honored and blessed to know that they do that for people. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are listening in, I have a couple of announcements to make. I got some people that you might be interested in on my on my montage here. I got the FerrariKid.org. They are an organization that actually helps children with childhood cancer, and what they do basically is they provide the VIP treatment or star treatment for one day for these kids that have these that have these ailments that are so difficult to fight, and they make life so much easier for them in order to fight these cancers. So the FerrariKid.org, be sure to check them out. They're amazing people, and I'm very grateful that they do all the stuff that they do for young children, and I just can't, like I said, I love what they do, and I can't wait to see how they change lives each and every day. I also have V8 Custom Designs. And what they do is they create guitars fused with engineering and innovation, much like automobiles. So you've got to check out what they do at v8customdesigns.com. I also have Stone Tone. They make instruments as well. And they provide amazing gear for their clients, so be sure to check them out as well on the montage. Among other people that I don't have at the moment, but I will put up later, is my sweetheart, my sister in poetry, and the woman of all incredibly sharp wit, the one only Julie Thielen of Cannibal Rose Creations. You got to check her out at cafepress.com/Cannibal Rose. Sugar and spice to spice up your night. Hilarious stuff, beautiful imagery, all the way from the Victorian era to the Romantic era. And don't forget her absolute sharp-tongued wit that can cut through anything. If you like stuff like what's one of them? With the one that's there's one particular zinger she throws out there is my idea from Help from Above is a sniper on the roof. Be sure to check that out. It's on stickers, it's on T-shirts and bags, you name it, it's hilarious. She's got lots of them hanging around her shop. She's a tremendous talent, and she's a huge artist that I absolutely love having on my Facebook page. Be sure to check out Spoken Life. You can check them out. You can check out SpokenLife.com. You can also check out Spoken Life on mymusic.net. They're on bongoboyrecords.com/spokenlife, facebook.com/spokenlife, and spokenlifemusic.com. There we go. So be sure to check that out as soon as you can. You can also Google Spoken Life, and Mr. Irwin's body of music is going to pop up anywhere and everywhere that you want to find it. I can't thank you enough, Anthony, for calling in and talking to me about your music and stuff. I can't wait to see what you can do next. So I want to talk to you one more thing. One more thing. What I like about your songwriting is that you're focused and grounded on what's real about everyday life, and the fact that you write stuff that inspires people, that's what really makes my day. I cannot wait to see what you're going to do next. But other than that, is there any other projects or anything else that you would like to plug? This is your time to do it. Go for it.
I just want to thank everybody who has supported me in my music journey, and from the bottom of my heart, it means so much to me to know that I have the support to be able to do this in my life. And thank you to Bongo Boy Records for believing in me and being able to put me into another perspective of my music that I never thought that could be possible. So I'd never gone to this level without them. So I got to have a big thank you to them and to all my friends, my wife, everybody who's, again, supported me. Thank you, Sophie, for giving me the chance to be with you today to talk about my music, and I hope we can do this again.
Oh, you bet. So I'd like to feature you once again because I think you got something going on here, and I want to pick up your momentum and everywhere else you go. I just think you've got it going on, buddy. I can't wait to see more.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everybody listening in, please also don't hesitate to check out Bongo Boy Records and Bongo Boy TV. You can Google them and find everything under Bongo Boy Records and Bongo Boy Television. You'll find also that the show Bongo Boy Records Rock and Roll TV series, absolutely amazing people being featured every single week. I love what they do, and do not hesitate to even contact Bongo Boy Records if you want to get your music exposed and get it out there on a music video, whatever you want to do. It's a tremendous company. They do a lot of work for people, and they just really publicize the hell out of your material. That's what I got to say about them. They're absolutely amazing. Anyways, I want to thank Mr. Anthony Irvin for calling in on GPR, and I also want to say that I'm very happy about Spoken Life being put out there on almost everything that's on every stream that's out there in the world. Please congratulate congratulate him, love him, embrace him, and don't hesitate to listen to his music. It's absolutely fabulous stuff. I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. 2016 is going to be the year of Bongo Boy Records, hands down, no doubt about it. And thank you so much, Anthony, for calling in on GPR. You are a talent, and you are just blossoming, and let's get you ready to go.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a great day, and I will see you soon.
All right. I hope to hear from you again very soon. All right, guys. This is the Gypsy Poet signing off, saying adieu for now. But please be sure to check out everybody that's on my page and everyone on and everybody else on Facebook that's listening in. I'll be promoting the link a little bit later. And also a big thank you to Miss Monique Grimm for helping me out today. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Adieu for now.